This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, Jim, here we go. Here starts the trek to vengeance. It's November 27th. It's SmackDown. It's the day after you kiss Vince's ass. This taping is in Wichita, and there's 2 dark matches. Wait till you hear who the folks are involved in these dark matches. One is Brock Lesnar defeating Randy Orton. That's a hell of a dark match.
Yeah, they came up from OVW.
Yeah. And then you have Ron Waterman defeating Rico in the dark match. No one talks about Ron Waterman all too much. What was his deal, and why didn't he ever make it to the big time?
Well, Ron's a great guy, which normally I'm prefacing the fact that he didn't have it, and that's what I'm doing. He's a really good guy, accomplished athlete, high character guy, but he just didn't have the intangible that you can't manufacture to connect organically with the audience. So, but Ron's a nice guy. Here's the deal. Ron and Rico were 2 guys that were they were in the process of looking them over and seeing if there's something there, et cetera, et cetera. But quite honestly, they were of the 4 guys. You can figure out where the priorities lie, right? Of the 4 guys. Now, if you're thinking, well, why didn't they work with Rico, work with Orton, and Waterman work with Brock? Well, because we wanted to see Orton and Lesnar wrestle each other. Because Lord knows they're going to a bunch one of these days. And the other 2 guys are long shots to make it. The other 2 are locked. So we wanted to see what we got here in front of, I'm sure it was a full house, close to it. Cameras are rolling. So that booking makes a lot of sense to me for those reasons.
For those of you who may not be familiar with Ron Waterman, he also was involved in MMA. And here's a little tidbit. He trained Shane Carwin, and specifically for his fight at UFC 116. So little Ron Waterman trivia for you.
Was that the Carwin fight with Brock?
That was 116. It was against Brock. You got it.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I was there.
So there's
Austin and I, and Taker was there. Rock was there. I think Rock had his own area. They put him in another area for whatever reason. Maybe because he had a larger entourage. I don't know. But my late wife, Jan, was with me, and we were sitting on either first row, I think, with those other yahoos, Taker and Austin. They were there. It was just a lot of fun. And we went to Brock's locker room when it was over.
Awesome.
That was cool. He welcomed us with open arms, gave me a big hug, all sweaty. So, but anyway, it was an interesting night. But Ron was like I said earlier, he's an accomplished athlete. He was a good coach. But as far as having charisma for the wrestling business, he didn't have that intangible connection, the connector. And it's as simple as saying some guys have it and some guys don't.
Makes sense, JR. Well, JR, we move forward. It's December 3rd. We're getting closer and closer to the big event. It's Raw in Milwaukee. Steve Austin defeats Chris Jericho in a non-title match. And The Rock teamed with Trish Stratus to defeat Kurt Angle and Vince McMahon. And due to the pre-match stipulation, now Vince would have to kiss Rock's ass on SmackDown, or Angle would be removed from the Vengeance tournament. Lots of ass kissing going on here, Jim.
Yeah. Vince got on an ass kissing binge.
My goodness.
Something watching Yellowstone. God forbid I watched one episode. I'll go back and watch this one. That type of deal.
Great show. People love it. Yeah.
I can't get enough of that show. Well, it's my replacement for the Sopranos. I'm not saying it's better than the Sopranos, but I've emotionally invested in all the characters. I like their individual stories, and they're very good at writing and maintaining continuity. It's like a good pro wrestling show should be. Continuity is key. And some promoters think that many of their fans have no memory. How they get home? I forgot where I live. I'm a wrestling fan. Oh, that's right.
Well, one thing that with the continuity was flowing here, and that was someone each week was going to be sucking Vince McMahon's ass.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.